Hello everyone. Well, I figured I better get on here and kind of give y'all a little bit of an update since I hadn't been on in it's been a week, at least since I was on. And so I've got a couple things I want to talk to y'all about, but the first thing that I wanted to let y'all know, I had an MRI this week, and according to the report, I do have a tear in my rotator cuff. I also have a small tear in a muscle in my shoulder, and several things going on in my shoulder. So I will be seeing a surgeon on Monday, and I'll give you an update after that. This is the third time I've had a tear in that shoulder. I'm rough on my shoulders, I guess. But anyway, I've had shoulder surgery there. I've had rotator cuff surgery before. So I kind of know what to expect. And I know it'll take me, 2 or 3 weeks to get over it. Well, probably 6 weeks to get completely over it. But a couple of weeks I won't be able to do a whole lot, especially not heavy lifting. So I'll be able to do a little bit besides that. But anyway, I wanted to give y'all a little bit of an update on that. Some of y'all know that I fell. I fell twice, klutzy me. But anyway, the first time that I fell, I'm pretty sure that's when I did it. I fell pretty hard, and the pain was pretty bad whenever I fell. So anyway, but the other thing I wanted to kind of give y'all an update on, I've been just doing a little bit of research today, and looking to see if there's any kind of food shortages that we can expect throughout the winter months. And of course, the big one on everybody's list right now is beef. And I mean, if you've been to the grocery store, you know the price of beef is horrible right now. And of course, we saw that coming because when they had the drought out in the Midwest and farmers had to take all their beef to the market, and they flooded the market for a couple of years with the beef, and now we're feeling the hurt from it because there's not enough beef, or at least not as much beef as we had before. And so the price has, I hear my kids told me that they paid $11 for a hamburger at fast food. I said, come to my house, you can get one for free. But anyway, so, if you can find farmers in your area that have, where you can buy a quarter of a beef, and, check your local butchers, because lots of them, they know the farmers. And mine, I can get my beef for $5 to $5.50 a pound. And of course, that's steaks and ribeyes and, stew meat and ground beef and roasts and, all kinds of stuff. And so of course, and y'all have seen me, I can just about every bit of it. But check your local butchers if you don't know the farmer, and see who in your area sells their beef, after it's butchered. You can get a whole lot better deal on it that way. But the other things that I saw on that list, of course, eggs are on there again, and dairy. And that's not surprising either, because, of course, with the drought, it didn't just affect beef cattle, it affected the dairy cattle too. You see my light flashing? I've got a bulb fixing to go out. I'm going to have to change it. But anyway, so dairy products, butter, cheese, yogurts, things like that are on there. And then, then the obvious things like bananas that we don't grow many of in the United States, that's on there. Oranges were on there. Not sure why the oranges were on there, because unless there's something that's happened with the orange crop this year that I'm not aware of. So you know, those are some things that you might want to check out. But anyway, I'm going to cut this short, but y'all be praying for me because, I mean, I really don't want to have surgery. And I know they do have some alternate things that they can do for a rotator cuff tear now if it's not really big. And of course, I've got the report and I know the size of mine, and it's not a long cut, but it's a wide cut or a wide tear. And so anyways, y'all just keep me in your prayers and check in from time to time. I'll pop in with something, I'm sure, from time to time. I've got a few things I still need to do this year. I still need to do some pickled cabbage, and I still need to go get apples. I desperately need to go get apples and do apple butter and some canned apples already. And so if they say I'm going to have surgery, I may go and try to get a few apples and do some before the surgery so that I will have that, have that done. I can lift a jar, even a full jar. I can still lift, and I can still do some with my left hand. I wouldn't be able to lift, the big canners, but I can always get somebody to help me with lifting my canners. So anyway, I just wanted to give y'all an update, and so until the next time, God bless you all.